3 years ago, tragedy struck Orlando, Florida, at the Pulse nightclub. Over 100 people celebrating life with friends, partners, and family were gunned down on a dance floor at a gay club. 49 of them lost their lives. A place of refuge was transformed into a death trap by a hateful and cowardly act. And today, we can honor those lives by calling for action. At the time, the Pulse nightclub was the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. Tragically, in the 3 years since this shooting, we have witnessed more senseless suffering and death. Parishioners in Texas and South Carolina, and worshipers in Pennsylvania. Students in Santa Fe and Parkland, municipal workers in Virginia Beach, neighbors on sidewalks and parks. Over 50 people shot in just one weekend in Chicago 2 weeks ago. And then 58 concert goers in Las Vegas lost their lives, taking the grisly title of the deadliest mass shooting. Days after the Pulse shooting, I joined with my colleague, the iconic Congressman John Lewis, in leading a sit-in right here at this very floor. We could not stand for another day of inaction. We stopped Congress because Congress had stopped working for the American people. Now, 3 years later, within months of taking the majority, we have passed 2 gun safety bills. And while I am encouraged and proud of the work we have done here in the House, we see the same obstructionist game being played out in the Senate. The 2 bills are stalled, and Americans continue to die. 40,000 people a year die from gun violence in our country. Every day, 100 Americans are killed with guns, and hundreds more are shot and injured. Gun violence and mass shootings have gone from a rare event to a public health crisis. Just this week, Mass General Hospital opened a gun violence prevention center to teach doctors how to deal with firearm safety in recognition of the public health risk that gun violence has become to Americans. Today I come before you standing and not sitting, but still imploring with the Senate to take a vote. Perform your basic responsibilities, not as members of Congress, but also as members of our communities. We cannot waste another day. Millions of Americans at home are worried for their families, frustrated by our inaction, and scared that they or anyone they love could be next. We have a simple message on this grim anniversary for the Senate. Stop the silence. Pass common sense gun violence prevention measures. Pass the Equality Act. And do your job for the people. Thank you, and I yield back.